Hello everybody, this is Manuel. I hope everybody's doing fine today. I would like to talk about sharpening into Lightroom Classic. Now there's different ways to do that, and there is a very efficient way to work with Lightroom, so I would like to show you how to use some hidden features. So first off, let's take a look at this image. We have this image of the lizard here that I took in Bangkok. Now there's a lot of water around and a lot of details in the lizard itself, but the water, it's pretty flat, and I would like to sharpen this image, but I don't want the water to become too sharp. I only want the lizard to be sharp. So we could use a brush and trying to go around and really go around the edges and everything, but I'll show you ways to go and avoid doing that. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go to details, and we're going to do an all-around adjustment here. We're going to take this sharpness and crank it to the max. So we're going to go 150. So everything is sharp now. The lizard, everything, the water, which is not necessarily what I want again. So one way to work around this is we're going to go to masking. We're going to press Alt Option key, and then by moving this bar, you'll see there will be a big difference. We'll go from everything is white, and then some black spot will appear, and then we'll find the outline and the detail pretty much into the lizard, and as we keep moving this bar, everything disappeared to black. So this work into the principle that we're working with masks, and everything white has been affected by the changes we're doing, and everything black is hiding the changing that we're doing. So the white will reveal the changes and the black will conceal, so hide the changes. So what we're going to do here is just move this bar, the masking bar, until all of the water become black and only the lizard details remain white. So meaning now if I zoom in, the water is not so much affected by the change, but the lizard will be. So that's the before and the after. So the lizard is sharper now. So that's one way to work around that, by using some masking bar here in the sharpening tool. Now let's move on to the next image. We have this bird photo here, and unfortunately my lens really focused on the body and not so much on the head part of the bird. So what I would like to do here is just take the beak perhaps and the eye here and make this a little sharper. So again, I could go and use a brush and then brush everything in and everything out, but I'll show you another trick here. So I'm just going to go around very broad brush here and make it. Take a look at this mask here. If you hover your mouse over that little dot, that'll show you where you painted. Whatever it's red, it's been painted. Now I have sharpening at 100 here. So what we're going to do is just scroll down at the end of the panel of your brush here. There's range masks. They're all off. So what we're going to do is use the color range mask. Now there's a color picker. What you're going to do is come around and select the color you want the mask to be working with. So I want the orange part of the bird to be sharper, and only the orange part of the bird. So I selected that orange bit. Now if I go to the amount here again with the Option Alt key, I can move this bar, and I'll see if I go tune it around 50% or so, now only the beak and the head part of the bird's being affected. So this is very effective once you have a color, a specific color that you want to work with. So again, if I go with the exposure, let's say bring it up and down, then you see what's been affected. So it's been working very selectively and very good. So the color mask worked fine that way. So we're going to zoom out and then move on to the next photo. Now I'm going to play with this flower here. I have a nice blurry background. I have some leaves here. What I could do is again use that all around sharpening, use the masking bar here, and then we would be able to extract a lot of nice details in there. But I'll show you another trick. Now I have something very bright, so I have this white flower, and then I have something darker. The background, the green, are darker values in the image. So we're going to work here with the brush again, and then we're going to go around and then do a big pass again. And then if I go, I'll show you I'm using primarily the flower and the background. Now we're going to go to range mask and use the luminance. Now the luminance work this way. I have this range slider here, and I have two my little droplet here, what a slider I can move the slider with, has been split in half. So what's happening here is what's on the left side is the darker value, and what's on the right side is the brighter value. So in this case, if I go around and I'll hold the Alt Option key and drag this left value here and say I do not want this mask to be affecting the darker value in the image, so you can slide that down until you get to the brighter value. Now what's happening is it's telling me that I don't want to use any of the dark bits in the area. But as you can tell, it's not 100% okay. I still have like the background selected. Next you're going to move to smoothness, and then what you're going to do here is move that until you only have what the brighter value you want selected. So in this case, around the 15 mark seems to work just fine. Then what I can do, come around, add some clarity, and then if we do the before and after, if I zoom in, I'll show you the before and after. So that's the before, that's the after. So see, big difference into my flower right now, but not so much into the background. So none of the background's been selected into my selection here. So I'm going to zoom out and show the selection here, and everything, it's been targeted into the brighter value of the image, and that's how the luminance mask work. So hopefully that will help you in your post-processing in the future. Those were very quick tips and very quick ways to make some very well defined mask in Lightroom. So hopefully you guys like this tutorial. Subscribe to my channel if you would like anything covered, any topics you would like to see me cover, just please write it down in the comments. Otherwise, I will wish you a good day.